Star Wars The Last Jedi has been out for almost 2 years and it's gotten a lot of hate. And while I do think a lot of that hate can be unnecessarily annoying, there is no doubt that The Last Jedi is a very flawed film with very stupid scenes and stupid character moments. But those topics as a whole can be talked about some other time. And I really want to get into one of the huge, specific missed opportunities involving the characters Rey and Kylo Ren in The Last Jedi. The motivation of Rey and Kylo's characters were completely different, and it wasn't because one was good and one was evil. Rey is obviously on a mission to become a fully trained Jedi with the training of Luke Skywalker, while Kylo Ren is a lot more interesting. Kylo Ren wants to be an evil badass so badly, but he obviously fails and just isn't powerful enough. And you can just tell that he still has feelings for all the people that he's left with pain in his life. And I honestly love that characterization so much, and because of that, he is easily my favorite character in the trilogy. In the previous Star Wars films, we've seen people good and people turn bad, but we had never really seen someone who was just so gray and so conflicted with what he should be. And even though Kylo Ren wants to be an evil badass, he clearly still cares about people, and he just doesn't really seem to connect with how you either have to be a Jedi or you have to be just a straight up evil person. I think that alone just makes Kylo Ren an even more interesting character than Vader was in A New Hope and possibly Empire Strikes Back, even though Vader's strive for Luke being on his side gave him more of a character in Empire. But in A New Hope, Vader wasn't a complex character at all. He was just an asshole in a weird suit. When Kylo Ren and Han Solo have the confrontation in Force Awakens, we see that Kylo, even though he thinks he wants to, doesn't truly want to be an evil murderer. He pretty much just wants all the conflict in him to go away.
I'm being torn apart. I want to be free of this pain.
And when we see him kill Han Solo, we see that he probably went too far to be redeemed, but his emotion after killing his father and his father's sacrifice for him shows that he isn't entirely evil.
Thank you.
Kylo's characterization starts off really well in The Last Jedi when we see how much him and Rey can connect, and all the connections that they have is definitely the most interesting thing of this movie. Then we get a really interesting moment in the movie where Kylo Ren has a chance to kill his own mother, and his conflict is just so high at this moment, but miraculously he doesn't do it, and a pair of TIE fighters end up doing the job. At least we thought. Anyways, this moment was a really big turning point in his character. Like, wow, he just avoided trying to kill his own mom. And it just shows that even despite everything that he's done, he's somehow getting farther away from evil. Then we have the ultimate showdown between Kylo, Snoke, and Rey. Kylo is about to fulfill his destiny and become completely evil by killing Rey as Snoke commands. But holy shit, Kylo killed Snoke. Damn, that's crazy. Kylo is finally broken free from Snoke. Like, damn, this is getting interesting, you know. Of course, Kylo and Rey fight those guards, and I know a lot of people give that scene shit, but I honestly think it's one of the better parts of the movie, because not only is it visually amazing, but we see how awesome Kylo and Rey are as a team. After the guards are out of their way, we have a very interesting part in the movie where Kylo offers Rey to join him so that they can make the galaxy the way they want it. And this isn't the first time that we've seen this sort of setup. We did see this in Empire when Vader offered Luke to join him.
Join me, and together we can rule the galaxy as father and son.
But when Vader offered Luke to rule the galaxy with him, it seemed like it was more kind of like ruling the galaxy as evil warriors, while Kylo is pretty much saying good and evil is, just all the same and it's just all bullshit. Let's get rid of it and have the galaxy be kind of a gray area.
It's time to let old things die. Snoke, Skywalker, the Sith, the Jedi, the Rebels, let it all die. Rey, I want you to join me. We can rule together and bring a new order to the galaxy.
And I can completely understand what Kylo is saying. I've always thought kind of similar on how being a Jedi or a Sith Lord in Star Wars would kind of suck either way, as you're just being held back and your quality of life is just so restricted no matter what, especially in the prequels, like, you know, for like how Jedi aren't allowed to love and they have to be just so damn professional that like sometimes life just can't even be enjoyed as you want it, as we see with Anakin. So this possible character turning point is just perfect for Kylo Ren, and it's just a perfect fit for what his character has always been. And now that he's free as snow, he can finally be himself, and he doesn't have to just kill people that he still cares about. But he also doesn't have to be held back by the Jedi restrictions and their whole view and everything. And it's also at this point in the movie that it wouldn't really be a bad decision for Rey, because she's not going to the dark side or anything, you know, she's just going to be in the middle. She'd just be leaving the Jedi drama behind her and doing things her way. Besides, Luke was being a dick to her in the movie, while Kylo shows full care for her in the scene. But unfortunately, they just completely threw away this whole Kylo-Rey team-up thing and just went back to the typical good and evil thing we've already seen before. I just feel like the team-up thing would have been really great for Rey's character, because she's been kind of a boring, predictable character the whole series, with no arc, especially in Last Jedi. She has absolutely no arc. But this turning point, I feel like, would have finally made her a really likable character for me. I mean, maybe not with other people, but I would definitely respect her for making that surprising choice and choosing her own unique path that we've never seen before. I definitely respect that. And even if they still wanted Rey to be good in the end, which I get because Kathleen Kennedy wants to please feminists and how girls can only be good, I think her turning point into teaming with Kylo still should have been done anyways, so that maybe it would wake Luke up so that he realizes that, hey, I need to wake up from this depressing island and I need to get Rey not to go on this path. I mean, if they wanted to do that, they could do that. And, I mean, it would be a good setup for the 9th movie if it ended like that, with, Luke waking up and just kind of, realizing that he needs to do something. But instead, they just messed up so badly, and they made Kylo act like an evil guy again, and the new leader of the First Order, even after his offer and how we know that's not what he truly is on the inside. And then they made Luke fake face off against Kylo Ren, making Luke die in the absolute dumbest way, crammed into the last 25 minutes of the movie. It was just awful. Luke's death, just horrible. And seriously, why was Kylo Ren trying to kill the Resistance and Luke? I don't know. I thought that in the Kylo and Rey scene, now that Kylo is free from Snoke, he just kind of wants to be a normal man that doesn't want to be a murderer and just wants to live life without any restrictions. But he's just filled with rage at the end. And I mean, I get some of that, but the fact that he wants to just kill everyone again, it's just, they really messed up. So yeah, I think they just completely botched Kylo and Rey's characterization in The Last Jedi, and I think him and Rey being a team, or Kylo just simply being a lone gray Jedi, would have made for a much more interesting ending to the movie, instead of Kylo just trying to act all evil again and trying to murder everyone. And you would think Kylo would never want to take the reign of Snoke because of what Snoke did to him, but I guess that's not the case, and he does just want to be the new leader of the First Order, even after everything that we kind of went through with him and Rey, and we kind of got into his character, but they just messed it up. So that's all I gotta say for this video. Just kind of wanted to weigh in my thoughts on just a missed opportunity that really bugged me in The Last Jedi. So that's all I gotta say. So hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know in the comments what you think of all of this, the video and just the topic and everything. So that's all I gotta say. See ya.